much in line with that and why we're doing them. So our main goal for those of you, because there were a number of new people in the room, is to educate, support, and empower those impacted by cancer. So not only is that the many healthcare providers that are in the room, the many individuals diagnosed with cancer, but their care partners, their family, their friends, and their loved ones, and their work colleagues. So all of us are often impacted in one way or the other. We have recently updated created some values. Advocacy, quality of life, education, inclusion, and integrity. So trying to make sure that those are incorporated in the Bag It Bag as well as the Escape to Thrive program in all aspects that we do. And just, for example, the conversation today was one of the reasons that we had Dr. Hatcher speaking. So what's in a Bag It Bag? So some of you, most of you probably know, saw it at the table, but it really is designed to help anyone with any type of cancer, although we do have a number of cancer-specific bags. It's support from the day of diagnosis and beyond. It's a great way to keep everything organized in one place, which is what we hear frequently from people, the 3-ring binder. It makes it easy. I can find everything when I need it. And it has a lot of reliable information from leading resources across the country. So we have permission from them to work with them to provide their content in the booklets and in the ones that we've created. And it is available in English and Spanish, which we are updating our Spanish bag to be more culturally inclusive, so it will be a dual language bag, hopefully coming to you at the beginning of 2023. Joyce is working away on that one. But a key part there is the guidebook that has a place to record those details and the resources in a glossary. So just some quick accomplishments from this past year. Our healthcare outreach manager, Stephanie, that just started with us, Joyce has been working on that, I've been working on that. COVID has prevented a lot of that for that expansion across the country, and so we are kicking that off, but we have had somebody hired there. Getting all of our cancer-specific bags in Spanish. We had them all in English, but adding those in Spanish. Our Escape to Thrive conference kicked off its 10th celebration. It was only about 16 months delayed. We hosted a survivors breakfast right here in this room. Dr. Swart was speaking at that one back in June, and so we're able to host that and celebrate the survivors in Southern Arizona with our partners, Tucson Cancer Conquerors. Our website, as I mentioned earlier, has been really updated, has over 200 resources on it for various types for individuals. Our geographic reach, and the bicultural bag that has put a lot of research in over the past year with focus groups and everything. So quickly, our goals: increase bag distribution. So our goal is to increase by 40%. Last year we hit it at 38%, so we were almost there. Bags are distributed through medical providers. People can go and order them for themselves or for a loved one on our website. But the predominant and ideal way is through the healthcare providers, Arizona Oncology, Tucson Medical Center, Radiology Limited, a number of places just locally that the tribal populations have them available, the Well Women Health Clinics, so that people can get them that way. Speaking of which, so our outstanding healthcare partner and collaborator and provider this year is Tucson Medical Center and the Tucson Medical Center Foundation. And so they have been supporting Bag It from the beginning, not only in distributing bags, and we have some great volunteers that work there as well, so they make sure that wherever you are in TMC, you know that there are Bag It bags available. But in addition, they have helped provide funding to make sure that not only are we supporting the patients at TMC, but those patients throughout Southern Arizona. So the veterans, the VA, the tribal populations, and some of those places that might not have funds to help cover some of those costs, the foundation pieces come into that. And so here to share with us about TMC is Donnell Drain. Donnell is a Tucson institution and instantly recognizable by his warm and friendly smile and unmistakable Irish brogue. During his long career at the Westin La Paloma, he likely helped many of you to throw some amazing parties, weddings, and fundraisers. He is beloved in our community and was even named Greater Tucson Leadership's Man of the Year in 2020. He claims to be retired, but as many of you know, that doesn't always work the way you want it to. You never seem to stop. Volunteers with numerous organizations, and today he is a member of here as a member of the TMC Board of Directors and chair of the TMC Foundation Board of Trustees. So he's just gonna do a quick thank you and acknowledgement, and thank you, TMC, for all you do for us.
Thank you very much for that kind welcome. Dr. Hatcher, that was a great speech. Thank you very much. You just learn every day, and your information was very, very educational for all of us. Thank you. Yes, I'm Donald Drain. I speak too fast because I'm Irish, but sober. That always gets the crowd going because I actually don't drink, and people don't believe me, don't believe that. But that's a whole nother story. You know, I am proud to belong to TMC and to have the association of the TMC Foundation working with Bagot. A great organisation, does such good for our community, and it's important to be involved. And this morning, I was standing in line. And you know, you go there to many events, you stand in line, and you're not really awake yet, and the person in front of me, she wasn't talking to me, the person behind me wasn't talking to me. So I said, I'm going to take charge. So I tapped the lady in the front of me on her shoulder and said, hello, how are you? In 3 minutes, she was a poster child for your organization. This lady, and Cynthia, I asked Cynthia if I could do this. Cynthia, you're at table 9. Where's Cynthia? Okay, Cynthia, I asked her if I could say this. Cynthia had cancer, was diagnosed with cancer 6 years ago, and Bagot did a great job in helping her. So that's one person there in this audience that I spoke to and was singing the praises of this organization. So it's great for us at TMC, Tucson's only community hospital, to be involved and to be able to help. And the fact that since your inception, you've delivered over 90,000 bags to the community, that is just a great testament to what you do. See, in the hotel business, I was a lap plumber for 28 years. You're dealing with happy people until they get the bill. But then in your organization, what you're doing here, all of you here, you're dealing with people with very personal and emotional health issues. So all I can say is thank you on behalf of TMC for what you do, and thank you for all of you being here and supporting them. And we must keep going and doing that. Thank you again.
Thank you, and thank you TMC for continuing to be a Bagot partner. So we are very thankful for that. All right, our goal 2 is the Escape to Thrive. It's advocacy, and that is really what the Leadership Conference does. In addition, their focus, like I said, is for across the country for cancer advocates that are leading organizations, doing public policy work, being an advocate for cancer, from previvors to survivors to care partners. It covers the range of it. And so we have a great presentation. People love the conference. We are very fortunate to be able to hold something like this at Miraval, Arizona. And so it's not only a balance for those individuals attending to really get a lot of great education, because they do have to show up and be at all their sessions, not like many conferences, because Mindy or Sherry or Brandy will come knocking on your door if you're not there when the session starts. But they also can partake and do some self-care, which is a key part of it. And we know that many of the, just like all of you in the work in the healthcare field, that they are also not always taking care of themselves and doing what they need to do. So we're fortunate to be able to host that at Miraval and have a lot of great sponsors that provide that benefit for them. Another piece that we do with advocacy is we have a cancer collaborative with Southern Arizona. So along with Tucson Cancer Conquerors, Bagot has brought together about 20 different organizations in Southern Arizona that provide support and resources for individuals. So those of you, especially those of you in the healthcare field that don't know that, we have a number of flyers we're happy to give you that you can share with your patients so that they can find those support and resources that we need. We know that it's needed and that people don't often think about it. One section in the bag talks about resources so that people think to ask about it, that everyone's busy, and we know how important that is to patients. So that's a key part of it, is really it's about collaboration. You know, we're all in it together and to make sure that patients are getting what they need. And just as a quick FYI, I mentioned cancer-specific bags. You can see a number of those up there: lung, stomach, a number of the things that Dr. Hatcher mentioned. So we do have bags with content specific to those in English and Spanish, all except for MPN. And we are working on a prostate bag as well. In addition, we are working on an indigenous bag. So that one's taking a little time because the bicultural one took a little bit more time, but so maybe 24, we'll see that one. But it is something that we want to put together, because again, the way that those populations want and need information and how they're there, we want to be able to provide the support that they need. Goal 3 is self-advocacy. So you'll notice on your desk, in addition to the cute little phone holder / stress balls / little guy that just makes you smile when you look at his face, that is yours to keep, is a magnet that is kind of a reminder to advocate for yourself in all aspects of healthcare. So it doesn't need to be just cancer. Bagot provides that resource, obviously specific to cancer, and is what it's doing. And Sherry, you're about to come up. But so as a quick reminder, an acronym, Dr. Hatcher and I have so much in common. We build ours on Bagot, so just kind of a reminder to be prepared and assert yourself, to gather information, to inform the doctor, and take an active role. And we've done some presentations on this to Rotary groups around the country or around the state. We've done it on virtual, and so there are some information on our website if you want a little bit more in depth about how to do that. And again, a reminder that it doesn't have to be just for oncology. All of us go to the doctor, or should be going to the doctor and getting all those screenings that Dr. Hatcher talked about. And that is really where Bagot got its start. So, Sherry, did you want to come up before I jump on these other two? I wanted to introduce again our founder, without whom none of us would be here, Sherry Romanowski. We're excited to have her with us this morning.
So they told me 2 minutes, Sherry, because they know how I am. So first of all, I just want to thank all of you for being here. What a gift. And you know, our organization is almost 20 years old next year. And so be watching. We're going to be planning some great things. And you know, that I'm here almost 20 years later to see how this organization has grown has just been, it's just, you know, Thanksgiving's around the corner, guys, and I'm like, wow, so thankful. And to be able to mentor Mindy into the leadership role she has just taken a fire with, and you see how the organization has grown, and I couldn't be happier and more thankful. And Brandy Forbes, who you heard from, you know, a little gal in her 30s, she is just so capable and ready to take on things. And I think those of you who have skills and experiences to share and mentor other folks, please step up and do that. It's such a gift for us to give, right? Okay, and I want to thank Dr. Hatcher, and I know I'll be seeing you in January at our Escape conference, right? You'll be there, and Dr. Yeller here. Dr. Yeller here. And, sorry. And where's Dr. Yeller? There you are. Okay. But anyway, I just want to thank you so much, and for supporting us all the time with all the wonderful information, okay? So anyway, I just want to just say how passionate people are about this organization and what we do. And I think that's why a small organization that started in somebody's kitchen, right, can really thrive, and the only way it can thrive and grow is because it just embraces other people and involves them in the mission. So thank you. You have done that today by being here, so thank you.
So real quick, goal 4 is development and fundraising. Always any nonprofit, our goal is to make sure that patients can receive the bag at no cost to them. So there is a way they can request one on the website, or give us a call if they don't have the funds to help cover a portion of the bag. The bags themselves do run, it is printed materials, which we are talking about digital, but we still hear from many people that they don't have access to the internet, or it's not as easy to use. So we always are looking for donations. And next year, our 20 for 20, we're gonna look for new donors to be monthly givers as we kick off our 20th year. But a number of different ways that can happen, events like this. So thank you all for being here and for supporting that and helping us provide those bags. And our last big award we have tied in with development and fundraising, but also being a part of that, which is why we put it in here, is Mary Karhoff. And Mary has supported Bagot at our traditional fundraiser that started Take a Hike. And so many of you have maybe been on Mary's meditative walk that she led for years at the hike, so that we could make sure that it was inclusive. Not everyone could hike. People might just want to do a small walk, or we had a number of people that were in treatment or out of treatment that maybe hiking wasn't the right fit for them, so they still wanted to be a part of it. In addition, Mary supported us through COVID and did a number of parts for our Get Moving for Bagot, which was our virtual event, and led a meditative walk last year at the Botanical Gardens and everything. So In addition to giving her time and her treasures and her talent, she also gives a lot of love and a big heart. And so thank you, Mary, for all that you've done. So you want to come up and say anything? No, you don't have to. We'd love to hear from you. We'll also be recognizing Mary tomorrow at the National Philanthropy Day as a Spirit of Philanthropy as well.
Thank you so much. I can't say enough about what Bagot has meant to me over the years. I guess it's almost 20. I didn't really remember. But I'm so grateful for all the experiences. They were so joy-filled. Every time I showed up to do an event, met so many wonderful people, and was able to share love and meditation and yoga with so many wonderful people. So thank you, Mindy. Thank you, Sherry. And there was another Sherry, Sherry Desert Harvest, that was at our table that actually brought me on. When I wasn't leading the meditation walks, we would just be setting up snacks before people would get up. So we had to get up at dark 30 and get all those snacks ready. So thank you again to all of you for being here and for supporting Bagot. Keep spreading the word. It's a great organization. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.